This is Townsquare Sunday on 1420 WBSM, a place where people come together to talk about some of the good things happening in and around New Bedford. A place to share, a place on the radio for the people.
Come together right now over me.
And now, the moderator of Townsquare Sunday, 1420 WBSM's Jim Phillips.
Good morning and welcome to WBSM's weekly public affairs program, Townsquare Sunday. My name is Jim Phillips, and welcome this morning. Our first guest, is Mark McLaughlin. Mark McLaughlin is representing the American Red Cross of southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island, and the organization serves communities across the region. We're going to tell you how in just a moment. Now, on Saturday, May 5th, they will focus on homes in Fall River.
Yes.
Mark McLaughlin joins us to tell us about the Sound the Alarm program. First of all, welcome, Mark.
Thank you, Jim.
All right. What is the Sound the Alarm program? I have to admit, when I first got the release, I said to myself, I never quite have heard this. And then I read the release and I said, well, this is a new name for this program, but what it really is giving away smoke detectors and installing them and, for lack of a better word, targeting Fall River on one day, May 5th. Tell us about the Sound the Alarm program and what's going to be happening on May 5th.
Sound the Alarm program is a part of the home fire campaign that the American Red Cross is involved in. With partner organizations, Sound the Alarm selects designated cities across the country throughout for the time period of April 28th to May 13th or so. Mm-hmm. Fall River is selected for May 5th for installations for smoke detectors. And
that is a Saturday.
Yes, that's coming up.
And the program is a day-long program. It runs from 8 until 4, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And it starts off with a press conference. Is that right?
Yeah, from my understanding, there's a press conference up at the fire department headquarters to kick off the day.
Okay. And then after that, firefighters, volunteers will be dispatched out to around the city to visit homes, provide some educational materials, and to actually install smoke alarms in these homes.
Yes.
So how will that happen? Obviously, there's got to be a period of time, which I assume is right now, where people either call in or go on the internet and register to get one of these free smoke alarms.
Right.
Is that how? Tell me how that's done.
We have a call-in number.
Okay.
800-746-3511. And if you're a resident in Fall River and would like smoke detectors installed and a safety orientation, please call that number to register for the May 5th installation date.
Is that the only way you can register for this?
There is online applications through AmericanRedCross.org, and then there is Sound the Alarm links on that webpage.
All right, so it's redcross.org. The Sound the Alarm page, you can reach that by going on to redcross.org.
Yes.
Okay. And there's another process, email mavolunteers@redcross.org.
That's right.
All right. So we're going to run by those again, but frankly, this seems like an opportunity here for folks who may not have a smoke alarm, or they have an older smoke alarm and the batteries may be out, whatever the thing is. This is an opportunity here.
Right. The program is designed to make homes safer, and this is definitely an opportunity for folks who have battery-operated smoke detectors to have them replaced and make the homes safer.
How many smoke detectors will be given out on May 5th?
We can install up to 3 per home and a CO detector, and the goal is to install into 400 homes.
Wow, so this is a substantial effort here.
We definitely have a lofty goal, and we have teams in place to be dispatched throughout the city. They would be in groups of 3 or 4. They would go to the homes, meet with the homeowners or the tenants of the structure, and then go through a safety program and install the smokes and the CO detector.
Okay, now here's the big question mark. How many people have called to sign up, or called, or gone through email, or visited websites? How many people have registered so far?
Not too many people have called and registered so far. The campaign has been ongoing. The numbers have been out there, and we're reaching out for this radio opportunity and the newspaper shortly to gather some more folks to get involved in Sound the Alarm.
I guess the big question is, why wouldn't you do this? Why wouldn't you get up on a Saturday morning and get these people in there to take care of what may be a real safety need in your house?
Yeah, we agree. There's nothing better than a safer home. The disaster action team responds to many home fires. Many do happen in the city of Fall River that we've been to, and we see people displaced by home fires. Typically, there's 2 minutes to evacuate the house when it starts to burn, and these safety alarms will make that a quicker process. And the goal is also to reduce home fire deaths and injuries by 25% across the country. This is an opportunity to do that.
Okay, May 5th, Saturday, May 5th, in the city of Fall River. Folks, if you want some smoke alarms in your home, and I don't know why you wouldn't want them, these are brand new pieces of equipment, and a CO detector, you can call 1-800-746-3511 to get the process going. There'll be teams of volunteers, as Mark has just said, ready to go. Volunteers will be trained, they know how to install, and in some cases they'll be firefighters themselves, right?
That's right. We've partnered with firefighters and other organizations in the community to have this campaign all at once. And then beyond May 5th, also, we have the home fire campaign that is ongoing. But for now, we are really targeting Fall River for May 5th to have homes safer. So please call the number.
All right. So you're listening to Townsquare Sunday on WBSM. My guest is Mark McLaughlin, a Red Cross volunteer involved with the Sound the Alarm program May 5th in Fall River. So a bunch of folks are getting smoke alarms for free in the Fall River area. Hopefully they'll call and register. You just hit on it. What about the rest of Bristol County?
The rest of Bristol County, thereafter, you can call this number as well and register your name. And typically what happens is those families will be on a list, and then what we do is coordinate a day when volunteers can get together, and then target the areas, and then we can coordinate install days in the future.
So it won't be right away.
Right.
But you'll be on a list, and eventually they'll get to you.
That's true.
Now, you may not want to wait that long and just take care of this situation on your own. That's probably the wise thing to do. But the rest of Bristol County is being looked at, including New Bedford. I understand you had a pretty successful day recently in Taunton. Is
That's
that
right.
correct?
Yeah, we had some news broadcast out in the Taunton area, and we were able to generate a list of over 100 homes, and then through coordination with volunteers, on 3 separate days, we did our installs.
How many?
In the 60 to 70 homes, I believe.
Okay. All right. Again, this May 5th program is for the city of Fall River, and we can't say this number enough. You know, this is for free equipment here, no charge, some safety instruction along with it, and a CO detector, carbon monoxide detectors.
Right.
Very important as well. 1-800-746-3511. People often hear about fires, Mark, in which homes do not have working smoke alarms. We hear about it way too often. We hear about it in Fall River, where people are, fires happen, and sadly, they may be trapped in a room or in bed sleeping or some other tragic circumstance, and there's a loss of life. We just had a loss of life in New Bedford. I'm not quite sure about the circumstances regarding the smoke alarms, but the fact is, far too often we read about the smoke alarms not working, somebody taking the batteries out to play video games or some other such nonsense.
Right.
We see that way too often.
Yes, we see that on the street in the middle of the night during the fires, and we see that in the homes that we make safer. So there's nothing more gratifying than going to a home on a scheduled installation, finding that we can provide new working smoke detectors to make that home safer.
And but you've seen it. I mean, as a volunteer, you've seen these.
We've seen it, and it's
substandard equipment.
Yes, and it speaks to the 2-minute rule. The studies show there is not a lot of time from when the fire begins to evacuate the home safely. So the education, as well as having the smoke detectors, is to have a go bag and be prepared in the event of a fire, and have a plan ready to meet up with your family members and loved ones after a fire happens.
All right, let's talk a little bit about that. A plan. I mean, that's what we're looking at. A plan, and the go bag. What would be in that go bag?
So personal belongings that you would need to get dressed or get some clothing of your own after a fire occurs. Oftentimes you're in your bed clothing, the alarms go off, and there's no time. You're not thinking straight because you're just woken up from a cold sleep. And if you're trained in your mind to know where your go bag is, you can grab it, and there's already toiletry items, personal belongings, clothing, sweatshirts, sneakers, things like that.
Or a flashlight, or anything else to help you
Yes.
find a way out of a
Correct.
situation.
Anything to prepare you to evacuate your home. And then really the clothing items in there are just for those first steps after the disaster occurs, that you can start piecing together the next ones.
All right, so folks may hear about this on the radio. They hear about sound the alarm. They don't quite know what that is. Where can people go to learn more about the Sound the Alarm program? The website we mentioned
The website
earlier,
is,
right?
the AmericanRedCross.org, Sound the Alarm.
All right, and there's all the information there about the Sound the Alarm program. How often do you designate cities or communities here in Bristol County in a year, let's say?
We will probably put on home fire campaign installations like the one mentioned in Taunton, maybe 3 times a year. We plan on hitting New Bedford as a target area. We'll coordinate that once we get beyond this May 5th date. That'll be the next logical city to explore our home fire campaign.
All right, and if you want to register to hopefully get a free smoke detector installed at your home, here's how you can do that. Again, this number, it's so easy, really, 1-800-746-3511. You call that number and register. If you're in the city of Fall River area, you might want to call that number before May 5th. Get on a list, and hopefully you'll be able to receive this equipment. And again, tell us what you go in with. I mean, it's not just one detector.
Right. So our teams go in there with up to 3 smoke detectors, brand new, and 1 CO detector for the home. And we also provide educational material and a fire safety discussion with the homeowner.
Folks, listen to some numbers here. As of October 2014, the Red Cross and their partners have saved at least 381 lives through the home fire campaign, reached more than 130,000 through youth preparedness programs. They've installed nearly 1.2 million free smoke alarms, and in Massachusetts, the Red Cross has installed nearly 17,000 smoke alarms, making almost 6,500 homes safe. Remarkable numbers, a wise program, a wonderful program. And it's wise for consumers, residents in Fall River to get involved. 1-800-746-3511. I'll run that by again. 1-800-746-3511. You can visit the Sound the Alarm page on redcross.org, and you'll learn more about this program. Mark, anything else you want to add?
Just like you said, I encourage people to call the 800 number and be a part of our Sound the Alarm program on the 5th.
May 5th in Fall River. This is a no-brainer, folks. So get on the phone, call, and make the call and register, because this is a community organization looking to help the community. My thanks to Mark McLaughlin, a volunteer with the American Red Cross. I hope you give away a lot of smoke alarms.
I hope so too. Thank you very much.
Townsquare Sunday returns in just a moment.